Things have settled down, but only marginally up front. Jeff Purvis at the front, 5-car draft. They're trying to break away. Everybody else is trying to find a place in line, and big trouble in the air. Goes Mark Martin on his roof. No, that is not. It is Ward Burton, excuse me. Jim Bound is in the wall. Phil Parsons has spun. Tommy Houston spins. And it's a tremendous slide down the front straightaway.
Mike, they're still wrecking down there in turn 1.
Rodney Combs and 3 other cars have crashed at turn 1 to end this one.
You look back in there, oh, I see what happened. He got a tap. Ward got hit by Johnny Benson, I think it is. And that's
the flat part of the racetrack. When he made to come back up on the racetrack, it flipped right up. The nice part of this, the car stayed on the roof. It did not start tumbling.
Right.
And everybody scatters.
Rodney Combs got in it there. You see the 43.
Yeah, it's just hard to take the evasive out. You never know which way to go. You don't know to go low. You don't know to go high. You can't hit the brakes. If you do, you crash.
And the other thing, you see all that smoke. Well, that looks bad there, but down on the racetrack it's blinding. You cannot see through that smoke.
Here's another look. You'll see the initial contact here.
The one with Cat on it just gets tapped right there.
Now, the important point, if we can stop right there, when he goes to the flat, see the roof flaps are up and they're trying to do their job. But he's gone to that sharp angle between the racetrack and the apron, and that's what allows air to get under the car.
Right, it's that transition of the racetrack.
Oof.
Well, I know that looks terrible, but that was a good break that the car didn't start flipping over and over.
All right, we'll take the damage report and fill you in on who else has been involved in this incident and what the status of their cars are. When we come back, the best news we have is that as far as we can determine, everybody involved is okay. We'll update you as soon as we come back. Six cars have now broken away by about 3/4 of a second. Larry McReynolds can tell us about that 4-car.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I think there's the same concerns about this 4-car that we in the Winston Cup garage area has got about the 4-car of Sterling Marlin's tomorrow. Not only did Runt Pittman build that engine for that
trouble, Larry. Turn 2. One car is spun. Mike McLaughlin, I believe he did catch the wall with the right front, but everybody is going to get through there okay. Here's Glenn.
Well, guys, right before just a lap ago, McLaughlin radioed in. There was some smoke coming from his car. They thought that they might have a right side tire rubbing. He may have gotten into that accident just a little bit, but I imagine that he's got a tire tough break. He didn't get back into the pits to check that, but we'll follow up on it, double check. But he did radio in and have a tire rubbing somewhere.
Outside pole sitter McLaughlin into the wall at turn number 2, and he was in a big pack of traffic. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look here.
He's sideways down there.
He's sideways right on the flat now. As he goes up the racetrack, you see the flaps are up. Right front gets into the wall there. Now here's the dangerous part where he comes back down the racetrack. You see all the cars making it by the bottom side, and then a couple went by on the outside. But when he was sitting there sideways, that was a dangerous time.
We're under caution for the second time today here at Talladega. A single car incident at turn 2 involving outside pole sitter Mike McLaughlin. We'll be right back.
You got to give a call to Jeff Green too. He hadn't run a lot of races here at Talladega. Of course, he's got an experienced crew chief and a great car, but nevertheless, he's doing a great job for a guy that doesn't have a lot of laps on this racetrack.
Second race that Spencer has led this year. Chad Little comes down into Mike Wallace, and Mike Wallace is going to take the slide. 3 cars, 2 cars in the wall. Mark Martin's one of them.
92 car here. Here he comes. 29 car.
Everybody else gets woed down and away. Larry Pearson took a long slide, as did Steve Grissom, and Grissom's car, the right side's pretty torn up. Thanks, Glenn. You see Mark Martin, who has a little bit of a limp, and let's show you what happened as he and Mike Wallace battled for track position right in the middle of your screen here. You'll see the move down to the right.
What happened? The 23 car, the 90 car takes an evasive move to the inside, and the 23 gets into him. Now, I don't know where Mark is.
Backing up on the outside as we watch Mike Wallace in this view.
Because Mark was really, he wasn't involved.
see Pearson there just going into the grass on the inside there. He did not damage the car whatsoever. He just took a long slide.
And Grissom got into the outside wall. Let's see if we can pick up Mark Martin in a second view here.
There's he got hit by the 29 car. Okay.
Yep.
That's what happened.
There they are.
Yeah.
As Grissom came up to try to avoid Chad Little and the 90 car Mike Wallace, he got into Mark.
Mark hit really hard on the outside there, and what happens, you've seen him limping a little bit. A lot of times your legs will get up into like the clutch pedal, and it'll really give you a whack.
He hit his.
Here's a different angle.
Again, the 90 car just pulled really down in front of Chad Little. Is kind of what it looks like. Looked like he was trying to block him, keep him going by maybe.
Chad had made a pretty abrupt move there to drop down 2 lanes all the way underneath Mike Wallace, and it looks like just did not clear him.
That was 2 guys racing for the same spot, I think.
Well, you can see the roof flaps on the 90 car of Mike Wallace really worked that time because they popped up the minute the car turned sideways.
Welcome back live to Talladega, Alabama, where the hits just keep on coming. Coming down the front straightaway, battling for position, Hermy Sadler and Bobby Dotter got together. Let's show you what happened. Coming out of the tri-oval, watch for the yellow car on the bottom of your screen. That is Hermy Sadler. The blue and white car is Dotter. Here they come out of the tri-oval.
You see Hermy start over there, and there's a car there. That triggered the whole thing there.
Boy, Fishline, the dark blue car, just misses that one. And Sadler goes to the fence.
Wow.
There's Mike Wallace squeezing through again.
Yeah, Jeff Fuller right through there. Here's another look at it. Watch the bottom of your screen, the yellow car.
Yeah, he just moved over. And, I'm sure his spotter may have told him there was a hole there and he could get into it. There was a hole there, and he couldn't get into it.
Darryl, you hear about spotters all the time, but I always made sure there wasn't anybody over here at 200 miles an hour before I pulled over. I didn't care what they said. I would kind of look in the mirror and make sure where I was at.
Now, from the in-car camera, if you were there, here's how it would be.
Oh, boy.
From Elton Sawyer's car. And so we are under caution once again. It's the 5th one of the day for Hermy Sadler's crash here at the start-finish line. We'll be right back.
They pulled some tape off the water opening a while ago and got it cooled down. Actually got it cooled down too much. But now the oil temperature is running over 230 degrees. Starting to lose a little power. He's just going to try to give it some air and see if he can't cool it down just a little bit.
Tracy Leslie's into the back straightaway. Spencer over there.
Jimmy Spencer came up and got into Jeff Fuller, and right behind them, Tracy Leslie shot off the racetrack. Something happened there, and caution will be out. The 6th caution, most ever in the history of this race. Let's have a look here. Now watch there's Spencer up, just nudging Fuller, and there around goes Leslie.
Well, what happened there, it looked like Spencer got into Jeff Green just a little bit, and they checked up a little bit and got nudged from behind and turned everybody into the inside there.
Yeah, I think that was Tracy was trying to be evasive and ended up taking the blunt of the thing.
Darryl, how much of a difference is it running at 190 miles an hour compared to when you run Charlotte, some of these other tracks, 170 to 190? How big a jump is that? What's what the car will do?
You never let off the gas here. So this is a momentum. These engines have restrictor plates on them. You got to keep your momentum up. If you lift out of the throttle, you'll go to the back. Everybody knows that. So you stay wide open all the time. Might even use the brake to slow the car down, but don't let off the gas. That's why they run so close together. That's why we have these accidents the way we do. They bump each other, and you can't do that at 190 miles an hour.
Look at this battle up front. Michael Waltrip up top, comes down to the bottom, and Spencer comes down, takes the nose away from Jeff Fuller, who falls in behind Fishline. Labonte goes up top.
There goes Terry Labonte on the outside, and right behind him, Ken Schrader trying to take the spot away from Fuller.
Yeah. If you ever get out there, those guys need to stay lined up. It's getting late in the race. I mean, I know there's 20-odd laps to go, but they need to stay lined up the best they can now.
Oh, Michael.
Michael sideways.
Yo, and with the right side. Back out, no traffic coming.
What happened?
Didn't see the initial contact, but look how it has pancaked the right side of Michael Waltrip's car. And it noses into the pit wall, probably without brakes.
No brakes. And that probably hurt worse than the other lick did. Whoops. I think he...
Looks like Spencer may have...
Well, we'll see that from a little sooner.
Yeah, we need to look at that early. Boy, he's in that grass there. You see it don't slow down much at all. It hits on the right side.
Boy, that hurts. Now, what's really... I mean, he has no brakes. Obviously, when he hit the right front, it broke the brake line off. And now it appears that he's just headed for his pit. But he doesn't have any control over the car, and he doesn't have any brakes.
That was the back glass you could see going out of the car there as he spun.
So now everything, see the right front wheel, how it's turned to the left? He's just headed into the pits.
Nothing he can do now.
But he's just a passenger right now. And fortunately, no one's standing along that wall right there. They see that he can't stop.
Looked too, Darrell, like it wouldn't steer at that point.
It can't.
It wouldn't steer or do much of anything like he was trying to steer.
Okay, here's Jimmy Spencer in the 20 car, just under Michael. They come off the corner.
Yeah, Jimmy got into him. Boy.
As Michael came across Jimmy's lane, the two got together there.
See, the wheels are locked there. He's got brakes now. When it hits, he has no brakes. The wheels are turning now. So.
All right, let's go to Larry McReynolds, who's on the scene there.
Okay, I'm standing here right by the Michael Waltrip car. We won't try to talk to Michael right now. He did take a pretty good shot, but I want to iterate that he is okay. It's so hot, you just can't imagine. And I think when these drivers slow down or stop and try to get out like Michael did, that's when it really sinks in just how hot it is. He's taking a little bit of oxygen. They're probably going to take him over to the infield care center and just take him out. They've been giving him a lot of water and wet rags, but again, he's getting out on his own, and we'll go check with him a little bit later.
Okay, thanks, Larry. Good to know that he's okay. Michael Waltrip out of this race after a hard lick. Some close running here. We'll be right back.
See Johnny Benson out there hung by himself. He's gone from second place all the way back to about ninth.
Wallace made the move, bobbled it as Fuller went with him, got back in line up high.
Well, that knocked my water over.
Knocked my breath out. Here comes Benson on the bottom. Fuller and Rick Wilson.
Fuller!
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And tumbling goes Randy LaJoie over the hood of the 92 Larry Pearson.
There goes the page.
Back to the line. And it is Chad Little leading Jimmy Spencer to the line. A horrendous pileup out of turn 4. And we're under caution again. There's Robbie Reiser's car wrecked Johnny Rumley. David Green limps through there. Chad Little was the first car to the flag.
Man, I'm going to tell you, it happened so fast here.
And there is Tommy Houston and Jeff Fuller. Both of their cars badly torn up.
Randy LaJoie
in Houston's car. That car went up and over. Now here's Reiser. He's moving around in the car. Looks to be pretty much okay.
Well, this reminds me of a race at Bristol. I mean, you know, we've seen some melees at Bristol like this.
There's Jeff Fuller's car. A lot of damage on the left front corner.
Yeah.
The back end of the car is torn up pretty bad.
All right.
Yeah, he gets.
Let's see how Fuller gets
loose.
started. What happens? Middle of your screen.
Right here.
Up there into Rick Wilson. Is that Rick Wilson?
That's Rick Wilson on the outside.
And he's
you
going
see it
up,
start
up,
breaking
up.
loose right there. The back end starts around.
That's classic. Pulled the air off of my spoiler right there.
Look at Johnny Benson here. How in the world did he get by this?
And Labonte turns around.
Oh, Terry.
Off of Elton Sawyer, and up goes Randy LaJoie.
I didn't even see Terry in that. Boy, look at that 6 car. I mean, it's going for a ride.
There's Reiser and Pearson.
The 47 there is Jeff Fuller. You see him coming around right now. Okay, the car is starting to wiggle just a little bit there. It's getting loose. Right now, you see the back end starting around on the car. As he comes around, everybody behind him is just a victim.
Except Benson, who is close enough to get through. And you see Sawyer get into Labonte, turn Labonte, and up and Over goes LaJoie. Reiser hits the outside wall. So does Pearson. Reiser spins full around, and Labonte goes straight back into the outside wall.
Boy,
look at Reiser's car slide after caroming off the infield pit wall. And 6 cars are demolished.
that was an amazing wreck.
We'll get an update from the scene there for you in just a moment, as they clean this one up with officially 6 laps to go. We'll be right back.